Hello, everybody. It's Lord Magicus. To do our weekly modern stream. I know we normally do it on either Wednesday or Thursday, but because of DP this week, and with me being on yesterday, which you should go check it out on Drunken Peasants if you haven't. We had a good 4 hour Lulz Fest. So it was a good time. Oops. But now, let me see. Can I adjust this without this like falling apart? All right. Yeah, all right. Well, I'll talk about this in a second. Clearly, there's a thing going on here. You'll see it. It's something I've been working on a little bit tonight, so let's get this posted up here, and then we will get rolling. Uh-oh. Is this a spoiler? Do we have a spoiler at this? Oh no. Oh no, that's fake. Alright, never mind. Yeah, never mind. This is a fucking never mind. Alright, I thought there looks like there may have been some Phyrexian the I don't know what the set is called, but the Phyrexian set may have leaked some cards, but I don't have anything prepared to like actually delve into that right now. I haven't looked at most of them yet, so I'm not sure exactly what's all there, but there was some interesting stuff, so might hear more about that when we come here next week. But all right, we should be just about ready to go. Excellent. All right, I think this all looks good. This is good. This is good. Oh, here. Now I should probably add the deck. Yeah, that's important. And I will bring up the chat. Yeah, I don't know. This is gonna be some should be fun. All right. Import fishes. All right. Here we go. Now we have a deck. See? I think they even gave me all matching cards this time, which is the first, I think, ever. Incredible. I was not expecting it, but look, our deck list looks nice and pretty for a change instead of like all mismatched stuff. So, let me do this. So, this is not our normal streaming time, so I know like people might be a little bit slower to come in tonight because I know not everybody was expecting me to be live at this hour, but here we go. So this is what we're gonna be playing today. It's very similar to the last list that we played for Modern. The main difference here is I'm gonna try it with the two forces in the main deck instead of the two subtleties, which we're just basically swapping, main deck and sideboard cards here. And I changed the Grafdigger's Cages with Mistcallers because I think the Mistcallers will be better against the creativity decks. It's a card they have to deal with this before they can actually creativity something into play, whereas Cage does not actually stop them from doing that. So, and especially if we can keep Vial up in one, then Mistcaller becomes a huge threat that just threaten that blow them out. So it's something I want to try here. And I mean, it's possible maybe we need to have more copies of this, but let's just see how it goes for the oh fuck, you know what? I just noticed they didn't give me the same Tide Shapers. Oh, we were so close. Everything else was the same, but no, not this. Had to do that to me. All right. Yeah, and then the only other change is I cut one of the islands to put an Oboro in because we are playing with more Mutavaults now, so having access to double blue mana might be relevant here. So we can tap the Oboro for blue, tap the Mutavault for the colorless, bounce this back to our hands, replay the Oboro, and tap it for a blue again. So it costs us our land drop, but this lets us go like, you know, Mutavault and then Oboro, and then on turn 3 we can like cast the Lord of Atlantis off of those 2 lands. So like, we might curve like Silvergill on turn 2 into Lord on turn 3 with just these 2 lands. So it's a neat trick. Um, it has a little bit of kind of protection against stuff like Kroxa, if we go up against the Rakdos deck. And not all of them are playing Kroxa. There's a few other guys they've been experimenting with, but that and like against like Liliana the Veil, being able to pick up Oboro in order to discard it helps protect the other cards in her hand. So it's good for that purpose. So yeah, it's not necessary to like have this card in the deck, and like the foils of that card are ridiculously expensive, but it's not like useless. It does do things. So we have our triad of legendary lands here: Oboro, Otawara, and Minamo. Yeah, which the Minamo's trick is now mostly with Svyelun here. Being able to untap Svyelun after attacking is pretty cool. I mean, we have 9 basics to sell, so we should be, we're not like dead to a Blood Moon. I mean, if we draw the wrong half of our mana basic, it can suck, but I mean, as far as most decks go, like, we probably have more basics than most of the decks in Modern do, so what are you, yeah, like, we're about as insulated as we reasonably can be. I don't think I would want to play less than 9. 10 is usually where I'm at, but I want all the rest of these lands, so this just kind of ends up being how it is. So, all right. Oh yeah, I want to show you this. So this is what I was setting up beforehand. You see, like, look at this. Oh wow, I'm in the middle of this awesome magic-y ocean kind of field. Yeah. I don't know that I'm gonna do this every time, but I wanted to try it out since it just got here. Yeah, I have a green screen to test with this, and it was a nightmare to get it physically set up in the space. This is not a very good space to have this in, and they did not give me nearly enough clips to use with it, so I'm going to have to get more of those too, but it works for the most part. The lighting is not perfect for it, but, I thought it was pretty cool, so we're going to do it today. And also, I thought it would be special to do it today because I woke up to getting an email from Twitch that apparently I got money sent to me for the first time, I think, since I started streaming on Twitch. So I don't do this on here to generate, money for myself or whatever. I do this to generate entertainment for everybody watching, and that's good enough for me. But I absolutely do appreciate when the people sub here, and apparently after a while it does add up, and then you just randomly wake up and with Twitch telling you, here's some money to go, fund mana traders so we can continue doing this stuff. So it does help, and it definitely, I really appreciate that out of everybody who has been with me doing this on Twitch for now. How long has it even been that we've been doing this on Twitch? It's feels like an eternity now. But I thought, yeah, the cool green screen background would be a cool way to like celebrate that too. So everything just kind of coincided and it worked out perfectly for this. So there we go. This is our, we see our deck, and don't really have much else to say about it. So let's go jump in and play our league for this week. We did really well in Modern last week, so I'm hoping that, we have a repeat performance. I will say, despite all the effort it took to get set up, I do really like the look of this in the background. So I'm sure that it's probably using a ton more CPU in order to do it, but I don't care. I think my computer can handle it, so we're gonna do it, and it looks really cool, and I love it. Yeah, like I said though, getting it physically set up was not easy. The light here, the light is like right here where I'm pointing to, kinda on the ceiling, and it's the there's not a lot of clearance between where the top of the screen and the ceiling is to get it to look right. This hand looks fantastic. We're gonna keep it. Okay. I think I don't know if we. I think we have to play the. Do we? Okay, I think that we're supposed to play Tide Shaper in turn 1. They're gonna know what's up next turn anyway. But I mean, in the blind, I think that it's important to have pressure, because that's like the only way we're gonna beat a lot of these decks. Looks like we might be up against Burn. Okay. I'm not gonna play the Hexcatcher just yet. I want to wait and see if I can use it on their turn to be a little bit more effective. I might use the Trickster as well, who knows. Planes, okay, I was not expecting basic planes here. So maybe this, like, taxes or something? Or I don't know what's playing Sacred Foundry plus planes. Like, this could be a Blood Moon deck of some kind. Well, I have 2 Tricksters here, so I'm just going to cast one of these. I mean, I expect that they might, use removal or something now, but... Okay. Nothing? Neat. Probably going to play Svyelun here. I do have Force to protect me. Oh, they're gonna... Okay. Is this like an Ephemerate deck of some kind? I don't get what's going on here. I could just flash in Hexcatcher to blow them out, because I assume... Oh, this is like the tokens deck? Okay, well then... We cannot let that resolve. We have to force this. No, 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 no. We ain't doing that. If you would like to trade a token for a Tide Shaper, I guess, or you could trade both of them for Trickster. Yeah, fine. The Force of Virtue, like, no, 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 we're not doing that. Okay, so we have an idea. We're playing against, like, tokens. Alright, interesting. We're probably going to make 2 more tokens here, I'm guessing. Oh, March? That seems like a real poor use of that. Sure. Alright, play Svyelun, and then next turn we can play 2 creatures, so... I don't think that it was worth killing off 1 creature like that. Neat. That's real good. Yeah. It feels like they're not doing anything, and they might be vulnerable here, so I'm gonna test the waters a little bit with the Hexcatcher. So I always can, like, I don't have to let them do this either. We had both of the forces here. Like, look, they're not gonna get any blockers in. Alright, you have your force here. You only have 2 cards left in hand, though. Yeah, I guess they had to do it in response to Hexcatcher, so... They drew a land. They're gonna make some Lingering Souls. Yeah, alright. Well, that just seemed really bad for them. I guess they could trade 2 of their tokens with Mutavault if they want, but I don't think that bothers me that much. This is not going to work out the way you think it does because Svyelun has indestructible. They're just dead. Like, there's not really much they can do. So we're going to attack with 4 creatures and tap down the spirit token at least, so... I don't know, I guess they could have another, like, spectral session. It doesn't actually help them, though, because they still lose. Like, if that actually hurt me, I would have just sacked the Hexcatcher, but I guess they knew that it didn't. The fact that I didn't sacrifice Hexcatcher was enough. Like, they had to know that, like, something bad was about to happen. Alright. Force of Negation does seem like the card that we want here, and... don't think... Dismember is probably not very good, I'm guessing. Like, most of these are not very, like, good cards. The Subtlety sort of is okay, because at some point it can flash in as a 3/3 flyer and start blocking the tokens, but... I don't know, like... They're going wide, and Dismember is meant to stop things from going tall, so I don't really dig it that much. This does nothing against them because all their stuff is tokens. They're playing Blood Moon and Leyline, yeah, so, or the Force of Vigor. No, not Force of Virtue, so there we go. I don't think it's terrible. Like, Harbinger is actually really good here. I like that card a lot. Tide Shaper will be important. I mean, they might have, like, bolts, and that's probably about it. Like, Prismatic Ending, maybe. Chalice is not the dumbest card, but most of their, like, really good spells are on 3, and we're probably not getting it to that point. Maybe Hurkyl's Recall. That's possible. Because I think, like, they do play they have artifact tokens, so that might make sense. I can try one, I guess. I think so. I think they make, like, servo tokens that we can bounce with that thing. I don't think it's gonna be a. I mean, if we get Island Walk at the right time, like, yeah, it probably is hard for them. Wait, this seems like this is okay. It could be. You know what? No, maybe not, because they do have, like, March. I don't know. I'm gonna gamble. We're gonna keep it. Like, everything else lines up really well. We have Force and okay, yeah, see, Esper Sentinel is something that the Hurkyl's Recall could bounce. Sure, draw your card. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Esper Sentinel. I think I'm supposed to counter that. God, I hate this. Alright. Contra is here for the 5/0. Alright, Svyelun, we're not really where I want to be right now. This thing does eventually turn into a land that just is a pain in my ass. But it also gives them a token now, and I don't want them to have either the land or the token. But it does give them 2 cards here because they have 2 Sentinels, so that's not exactly great for us. Alright, that's really good. We're just gonna, I think, try to... you know what? I could just, like, play the Tide Shaper on the Sunbaked Canyon. That actually seems good. Alright. Yeah, Force is going to be a lot worse this game. Of course, they have another fetch. Well, we won game one, but we're not looking very great in game two here right now. No attacks. Okay, so maybe this means like Force of Virtue is a thing that we have to be worried about. Hmm. I don't really want to attack with the Tide Shaper. Well, you know what? No, if they double block, do I actually care? I don't think so. I guess the problem is if they play. They could play a lot worse things though. Like they could make tokens at instant speed to block with, and that's my fear right now. I don't want to get got by that stuff. Well, they didn't do anything here, so that's a good sign. Stonewalled is not big. I don't know what that means. Um, sure. I guess they're gonna get two of these. This gives me an opportunity to like get rid of at least one of the tokens. Stonewalled is not bad. I don't have to put anything into play here. So this thing is going to turn off my vial, so... Does mean that my Aether Vial is basically dead now. I really want to play this Svyelun here. But at the same time, like this might be my only chance to bounce this token with this Harbinger. Alright. But I think that we maybe will have opportunities later to use this, but this thing being in play probably matters more. And I still have to be very careful about like Force of Virtue. They're doing way better this game. No force, okay. The thing is, if I attack and they ever put that into play, it probably just kills me. Yeah. I don't really want to just force that. God. Um... Yeah, I'm not sure exactly. Like, I guess we need an Island Walk Lord. You gonna pay the 3 or not? No. Okay. It's not exactly what I was hoping for. 1, 2, 3, 4. What was it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. I'm looking at like 17 damage if they have force. I think I just have to attack with Svyelun right now. I need to find cards. Alright, that's okay. I can always like Trickster the Containment Priest and then Vial the Harbinger in, so yeah, I do need to start drawing cards. The fact that they let me get the 3 damage in is very helpful because now the chances of us finding like an Island Walk Lord and killing them are a lot higher. Okay, they're drawing a card here. Neat. But if they go for, like, lethal and they miss, that's devastating for them, so. Alright, what do we got? Sure, I guess. They're just gonna throw away some creatures for this Legion's Landing. Think here I just bounce the Containment Priest. Oh, you know what? No, I fucked up. I should have did that first. So I should just flash in Harbinger here. Yeah, that was a mistake, because I should have did that in response to this trigger so they didn't have the mana to actually recast this thing right away. So what we're going to end up doing now is just hardcast Harbinger and bounce a token, and then just try to block two of them. I don't want to attack with the Trickster just yet, because I want to make sure that if Svyelun can attack because she's indestructible. I have Island Walk right now, so at any given point, like, drawing an Island Walk Lord is very dangerous to them. So they could just die. That's pretty good too. I think that actually is a thing I might want to attack everything now. So I guess, yeah, if all of these attack here, like, Hexcatcher is amazing, so. They could theoretically, I guess what? No, they could march, right? I think this is a good attack, though. I think we attack with these three, like, if they try to, like, double up on blocks, like, Hexcatcher's just gonna ruin their life. Oh, God. Are they just, like, dead? And that was close. Probably only play one of these right now. I've got to be in way better shape than I had figured that I was. 4, 8. Now, I guess, yeah, both if they don't block, right? Because they would actually just be straight up dead. That would be 13. So I think, yeah, you're right. We should go for it. So it'll be 4, 4, and 5. So that is lethal. And then we could still potentially throw away the Tide Shaper if we need to. So they're not taking any chances. They're like, okay, this has to fucking die right now. Really? Now I'm kind of tempted to play both Hexcatchers as it is, just because no, okay. So maybe I'm supposed to play Trickster on this thing first and then Vial in the other Hexcatcher. Um, I could hold this up, but I don't know how badly I need Force here. I think I'm going to do this. Okay, that's fine. No. Sure. I mean, this is fine enough. I get sure mana type, but like they have one card left and it's not looking very great for them. I mean, they can make another blocker here, but they just drew a land, so like, yeah, it doesn't, I don't know. Like I kind of feel like we have very good chances to win this game right now. Cuz they very clearly do not have like Leyline or I mean Force. Goddamn, I keep confusing the two. That's good. I can play both Hexcatcher and Force here, so Here I think I attack with everything. Like, no matter what their blocks are, they're not great, so I can just flash in Hexcatcher and then force anything that they try to do, and like they're either dying or losing most of their board. Um they have no cards in hand, so I should just do this now. Uh, they just gave up. Yeah. All right. See, look, we beat tokens easily. It's the power of the magic field behind me. Yeah, we were gonna. It was just a matter of whether I wanted to play the Hexcatcher or the Force first, because they had no cards left in hand. There was nothing they could do with the mana, so I should get the Hexcatcher in play before they draw something like, I don't know, um, maybe another Mana Tithe or something like of that sort. So I don't know, some random thing that I don't know about. It seems safer to just play the creature first, and then we were gonna force it for sure. And then they were like, yeah, they were just basically dead. They get 2 cards off of it, but it doesn't matter because they have to block with like everything or they die. So we are up against Gigantha. Fuck. This like the 4-color deck again, and they just switched over to Gigantha. Well, we have to mulligan. I guess we keep this and we just dump a vial. Oh, they mulled to 5. Okay. I mean, maybe we're in. Maybe this is Tron. Like, that's possible. And if this is Tron, we have Tide Shaper. So that would be great. No, it is not. Of course, it's not Tron. It's fucking 4-color. It has to be, right? This is an Omnath deck for sure. There's your fucking Ragavan. Oh, God, I hate this card so much. Can I just, like, draw a Dismember? Please? No? I don't think I'm supposed to play Tide Shaper here because they could just play Wrenn and 6 and then it's worthless. So we have to let the stupid monkey hit us once. They'll get a treasure token and it sucks, but what are you gonna do? It will hit us once and then probably not again for quite a while. Oh, see, look, next turn we can actually get rid of the Urza Saga. And then we can also violin a second Tide Shaper to block this thing, so. So is this like Jund or is this like maybe just a red-green deck? Well, I can't cast that, so Soul Guide Lantern. Okay. Sure. That kind of sucks for them. They don't really want to exile their Wooded Foothills. They probably should have played that before cracking their fetch land. Or no, they didn't have a choice. They did in turn 1. Never mind. Well, I don't know if playing this turn was actually good. It might have hurt them more than anything. So interesting. Yeah, I'll get a island. Sure. I mean, the main deck Lantern makes sense because they're playing it as part of their Urza Saga package. So what we're gonna do here is Merfolk. Well, I think we're gonna play one Tide Shaper and kill the Saga, and then we're gonna play the other Tide Shaper so that we have 2 blockers for the stupid monkey. They only have 1 card in hand, so like if they don't get any tokens off this thing, they actually could be in a lot of trouble. Yeah, this is one of those scenarios where like Besage You on the Vial didn't really hurt us that much. So I'm not in. I mean, I guess it looked good to them on paper, but like in practice, I don't really... it didn't change our turn at all. They just traded our Vial for a land, but it didn't actually affect our turn. Yeah, sure. They can play Wrenn and 6. They can get back the Saga, I guess. But, it slows them down. I fucking hate... like, this is the thing that I really hate about Wrenn and 6, is, like... and when, like, all the decks that, like, play it with that and Saga, it's just disgusting. Like, these two cards should not be in decks together. It's just absolutely gross. Alright, so I guess I could just play Lord here. Attack Wrenn and 6 with both of these Tide Shapers to kill it. Like, they can trade a Ragavan with one of them to keep this alive if they want, I guess. But, that could be fine. And then I still have Mutavault up to block this thing, so... Trickster on this only deals 2 damage anyway, so... I'll make them at least have to get rid of Ragavan. They only have one card in hand, and it's probably something they can't really cast, so... Sure. They opt to keep their Wrenn and 6, they get rid of Ragavan, that's fine. Which our board still progresses. Yeah, they're desperate, they're digging for cards, so... And right now, the only land they can get back is Besage You, which they might actually play as a land. They don't have any more artifacts. They had to use their treasure token, and they cracked the Soul Guide, so, like, these are not very good. And then I can also Trickster down the token with this at some point. So I think we're doing okay. Okay, they bolt that, sure. But I still have Mutavault here. So this Wrenn and 6 is going to die. Well, maybe not. If they have like one more bolt that they drew, then maybe. I don't think that it matters. I'm pretty sure we just animate the Mutavault and attack, right? Wrenn and 6 goes away. I don't think we needed to play the Lord first. Just in case they were going to do something where they, like, flash in a creature, then I have Trickster up to tap it down. Like, I don't think that they only had one counter in Wrenn and 6 anyway, and it's not like playing the Lord was going to help in any, like, yeah, it didn't make a huge difference. I might want to hold on to this Otawara, though. So I think now I'm going to play the Lord here. And I'll keep Trickster up because eventually, like, this Saga will do a thing. No, it probably didn't, but there was some, like, non-0% chance that they flashed in, like, an Ambush Viper or some nonsense, like, to try to block Mutavault and keep Wrenn and 6 alive. So, by keeping the Trickster in my hand, I just turned off any possibility of them flashing in a creature. I mean, it's probably 0. I mean, that's also possible. Maybe they didn't do stuff because they thought I'd counter magic. All right, there's the spell bomb. I guess they're just gonna kill Lord here, but I'm just gonna kill off the construct token with the Trickster. So they have one card left, and we have much better stuff. That's pretty good. All right. I don't think I want to play the Hexcatcher yet. I probably just attack them with Mutavault here, so... Let's just kill off this thing regardless. To get in damage while they don't have removal up. Yeah, they still have one card, and it's probably difficult for them to cast whatever it is. There is definitely some value in playing Hexcatcher. I'm not, like, disagreeing with that. Oh my god, we have a third... Like, this is the third Saga we've had to deal with now. So they played this one twice. Fuck. That, now, you know what? Now that makes you look like a genius, doesn't it? Okay, well, they get control of Trickster. Yeah, it would have, but they also probably wouldn't have played it if I played Hexcatcher, so I guess, I don't know, it's... I was just thinking, like, the odds that they would play something that would tap them out for, like, 4 mana that Hexcatcher could counter was a lot less than if they drew, like, another Wrenn and 6 and just killed Hexcatcher, so that's why... Um, I guess I could attack, but, like... I guess I could also just bounce this thing to my hand at some point. Yeah, like, there's not really a whole lot of reason for me to do this right now. Like, I'm not gonna get... Like, this isn't gonna hurt me that badly. They have no cards in hand, so... I'm not gonna put any creatures in play that can attack anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'll wait as long as possible for this, so... There is Wrenn and 6. Look, that's just gonna be how it is. You know, they're not making... Yeah, I guess they could make a construct first, so... Look, these fucking Urza sagas are just gonna bury me. Alright, you come home. Daddy needs you. That's actually not too bad. They can make one construct, but they can't really save Wrenn and 6 here. Well, alright, I mean, I guess they can't really protect it, so... Our only hope is attacking the face. They can make one token right now. It's not gonna, like, I don't know. Oh, they're gonna get another Saga back next turn, and it's gonna be terrible, so... I don't know, like... I guess I can attack them, sure. If that's what you want to do. Yeah, they are going to recur Saga forever until this thing goes away, so... They're at 13, and we don't have nearly enough pressure to push through this. Alright, let's do it your way. We'll flash in the Trickster and Hexcatcher in their turn. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, like like Wrenn and 6 in the fucking Urza Saga is going to kill us, like, easily. There's Pithing Needle, which is another nightmare card for us. Like, cool. They chose Mutavault, so we're not blocking. Oh, God. This is terrible. Alright, I have the option to kill one of these things, but they can just make another token and make it a 3/3 again. Yeah, So, probably... I think we are fucked. To be perfectly honest. I guess I'm just gonna take damage from this. That's not bad. I can only attack Ren and 6 for 4, though. We were not going to eat it because they can just make another one so they still trade with it regardless. That was never an option. The thing is, okay, if I attack the Ren and 6, no, that's probably not really going to help. If I can attack them with the Trickster, but they're just going to kill the Hexcatcher with this thing, but I guess it's better than them recurring this, so I guess we send the Trickster at them. Yeah, I think we are fucked. Like, this is... We're just playing against, like, a red-green value pile here, so... Our sideboard is not going to help us a whole lot. I guess that maybe we bring the Hurkyl's Recalls in, and, like, the Relics. I don't think we're getting there either. This is too much. They have another fucking Pyrite Spellbomb. They have 2 of them here. Oh god, yeah, we're just that's like we've just lost the game. So they are so unconcerned by this, like, because they just have another one of these. I kind of feel like maybe we bring in the other Force of Negations. All right, I think that at this point we've lost this game pretty convincingly. Ren and 6 is one of the dumbest Magic cards in Modern right now, and I honestly think that it is a matter of when, not if, when it goes away. So, no, they play Ragavan, so we want to. I think we want to keep the Dismember, but I don't think I want the Subtleties. Right? What's not good against this deck? That's the better question. Like, we probably want the Dismembers just to be able to push through at critical points. You only want to go with 2 Dismembers? Yeah, we should. I think we should have Relic as well. But I thought we are at 5 cards that need to not be here. It's like Hexcatcher on the play is probably better versus their deck than it is on the draw. It's maybe like Silvergill Adept is the thing that's supposed to go here because it has 1 toughness, and like I feel like maybe on the play Hexcatcher's better, and maybe like I don't know. Yeah, we have to cut 5 cards here, so like definitely I think I'm taking out Silvergills. We have to take out 1 more card, so I guess I could take out 1 Hexcatcher. Something like this. Harbinger seems like it's okay, but not like fantastic. Fury is also a thing that we should be concerned about too, which to some extent, I think about Subtlety for that, but Hexcatcher is also equally capable of helping versus that. So maybe I just take out a Harbinger. and just leave in the Hexcatcher, and we just do it like this. Yeah, alright, we'll do it like this. Okay, we are on the play, and I think this hand is okay. I think we're just going to play Relic, and if they play Ragavan, I can just dismember it, so... Yeah, well, it's frustrating that they basically had one card that actually mattered the entire game, and, like, that one card was fucking Ren and 6. There's Ragavan. Alright. I actually think that I might be supposed to let this hit me one time, just so that way if they play Ren and 6... Well, no, here's the problem. I can't. If they play fucking Ren and 6, then there's nothing I can do about it, because Ragavan is going to hit me and then make a treasure, right? And, there's... This is bad no matter what. I guess we're just relying on the Relic. Yeah, I guess we're going to have to dismember this. It's just, it sucks because now, like, we can't let it hit us because it gets a treasure token to play Ragavan, and we can't not, like, kill it because otherwise they'll just play fucking Ren and 6, and I can't, yeah, I can't do anything anyway, so. Uh, well, I guess if they played Veil, though, they couldn't play Ren and 6, and I'd probably be I don't know, They are grabbing the land, so I'm going to crack this, yeah. No, this is all just bad. Like, there's not really a whole lot we can do either way. Okay. I think we just jam Svyelun here. Because this is the thing that they're least likely to be able to deal with. Okay. Sure, yeah, it's possible, Fury. Ren and 6 plus Bolt could be enough. Okay. Sure, that's what they had. They played an island. That's kind of cool. Fucking Power Conduit? What? Um... Okay. What are they doing with this? Okay, so... Alright, yeah, it's something to do with Saga. Yeah, alright. So I guess we have to play like a Lord and probably Tide Shaper, because they do have an island, so they can't ping it with Ren and 6. But they are probably just going to play like Saga, and then we're in trouble. Well, you know what? If that's what happens, then so be it. But I need to have creatures in play, otherwise, like, we're not going to win this game. This is how this has to be. Well, they weren't going to ping the Tide Shaper anyway. They have a Steam Vents in play, so it was already a 2/2. Fucking Ancient Stirrings. Oh, this is like this deck is a compilation of like every single card I hate in this format. Oh my god. All right. All right. This is just gross. Yep. I guess a land would be ideal here because then I can play two lords. Okay. I doubt that they're blocking anything, so Go for their face? Alright, I guess I could do that. Do we want to play another Island Walk Lord here, or do we want to play a Hexcatcher first? They have 2 cards left. I am very much saying please don't board wipe me. Like, the thing is, if they have Fury, I'm gonna die to it no matter what, so... Alright. I attack them for 7, like, they have to do something or they lose. There is a possibility that they, like, kill off one of the lords here. I think I'm gonna try to kill the Ren in 6. Did you draw lightning bolts? Nope, they're just letting Ren die. Obviously, I can because I just did. I don't know. I was a little bit of a gamble, but I was hoping that that would help. No, my concern was like if I let them keep the Ren in 6, there was some chance that they might be able to get like the Pyrite Spellbomb and then use Ren plus the Spellbomb to kill off one of my lords. Like, and I don't think this is really going to do very much. Like, I have Island Walk, so they can't actually stop me. I think I just play a Hexcatcher here and then attack with the Tide Shaper. And then next turn I can play the Lord of Atlantis to ensure that all my creatures are not blockable. I don't want to play the other Lord of Atlantis just yet because there's some right now, like, I want to make sure that next turn I have an Island Walk Lord to play so that way this thing can attack safely. There's some possibility, like, if I play the Lord now and they kill one of them on their turn, like with a Fury or something, that this one's going to end up having to attack and they'll be able to block it, so. Right now, like, we're still threatening them in a huge way. Like, they can put all the fucking counters they want on this Master of the Pearl Trident. That is not going to be enough. Because I will have Lord here so that all of these things are attacking and killing them. It could be that they're getting Shadow Spear. That's possible. But I think we might, like, we could probably beat the Shadow Spear, I think. No, they're not getting it. Okay, well then... No, oh, no, they are. Okay, so they're going to make a thing here? Yeah, okay, they could be just getting it. Attack for 6, they go to 13. And then I think they might still die. Pyrite Spellbomb. Oh, okay. Well, wait. How the hell did they gain control of that? Oh, fuck! They took the counter off the Akroan War. Oh God, I did not realize they could do that. That is disgusting. Jesus Christ. Okay. That was a fucking blunder. I did not realize that that was an option for them. The Force of Negation is not going to do shit right now. We don't know that. They have different lines that they could have gone for if we had not done that. So, like, this was not the only way that they had to play this. They had many other options. Fuck. Alright, I think we're just gonna lose, because I can't play the Island Walk Lord here, right? I guess... Okay, I don't have to attack. I guess I just trickster this thing down. The you were really discounting the ability of them to, like, if they still had Ren and 6, there was other options. Like, they wouldn't have necessarily done everything the way they had now, because they could have, like, instead screwed with the Saga to tutor their deck for, like, say a Pyrite Spell Bomb, and then gone in that direction to, like, blow up creatures instead. There were other lines for this. They're just gonna take control of whatever creature I play here, so this is not really helping. Now, the other option would have been that they could have killed off my Lord instead with, like, the Ren and 6 plus the Saga. Like, if I don't attack here, I guess that they're just gonna take the stupid Tide Shaper, so... Um... May as well kill off the Construct here. I think that we're just dead. They're gonna get, like, Shadow Spear and just kill us. Like, I know that you think that that's necessarily the case, but I don't think that you have calculated it all the way out, because one, it depends on what they're running in their deck list, but two, I think that they still had options that even that we knew about that could have changed that calculus, so... Yeah, that's gonna kill us. Like, there's not really a good way for us to, like, get through here. I'm just giving this up. No, well, technically we should have known about the enchantment, because they did play it. I just didn't realize the interaction with those two things, so... The enchantment was something theoretically we could have calculated for and did not. No, I think, didn't they play it in game one? I thought I they played it in game one and it didn't do anything. I think it's that they didn't use that in those two cards in conjunction with each other. Because in game one, we didn't have any actual creatures in play. We didn't know they had it in hand, that's true. But I'm saying we could have maybe calculated, like, what if they did draw it. So, like, maybe that could have, the odds on that might have changed our decision a little bit. That just seems like real bad, yeah. Gambling with their strategy is kind of like what you do in this game. Like, I think at that point they kind of needed that enchantment, because I'm not sure, like, how they would have gotten through, like, would have won without it. So all right, I'm definitely keeping this. This hand, we're up against, like, the elemental deck, and this time we actually have Force of Negation, so if and when they play a Ren in 6, we can just force it. Okay, I don't really need to play anything right now. I can just play Trickster in their turn, but I'm probably pitching the Tide Shaper to a Force if they play the Ren and 6. Whatever Planeswalker they play first is going to get hit, so... There's a Triome. Yeah, we know what's coming here. Yep, that's fine. Get the fuck off of this board. I don't want to ever see you again. Alright, a Lord would be great. That is fantastic. You did, like, it would have worked out the way you were saying, Joe. That is true, but theoretically, it depends on what they would have done with their turn. Like, they had the ability to, like, there were any number of like ways that could have gone depending upon what was in their hand at the time. So we're focused on game 3 right now. Okay, Leyline Binding is going to take away Svyelun here. And then they're probably going to Fury and kill off our 2 creatures and be real cool. No? No Fury? Alright, that's great. They might... I think they don't have that many Furies in the main deck. Now, they have Solitude, though. That's fun. Goodbye, Lord, I guess. They pitched to Teferi, Hero of Dominaria for that, so... Alright, they have 3 cards left. I guess that's sort of fine. I don't think I'm going to play that just yet. I want to see if they try to play like another Teferi or something first. Nope, I guess they're going to have the mana to do it either way now. Dress down. I guess they're just trying to draw a card. The problem is that it's like real bad for us if they play Solitude here, so I'm not going to play this yet. That's kind of helpful, I think. Alright, let's attack. I didn't want to play it just yet because I don't know what's going to happen in their turn. It's not... I don't really want to attack with a 1/1 in case they end up like having another Solitude that they evoke into play and then they can just eat it. So if I wasn't attacking with it anyway, like I only had 1 card, I was going to be able to play any 2 things I had like regardless. I will just end up violating it in this turn. So I didn't think it was safe to necessarily play it and attack with it. So I would much rather have it here where they're going to like do some nonsense. I guess Omnath is a thing. I can't do anything about it, so may as well do this now. No, it would not. I don't think it would have. Like, they had dress down, right? Like, or would the evoke trigger still like kill it like if through dress down? Maybe that's like, I don't know. Maybe I could have been wrong about that. I was under the impression that if because it didn't have abilities when it entered the battlefield that it would have got to stick around even if they evoked it. So that's why. Yeah. They have the mana to pay for this too, so fuck. All right, we need to draw like Dismember this turn. Doesn't really do it. Okay. Um I think I'm still supposed to play it just so that I have more creatures in play for next turn. Like I'm not mana screwing them at this point, but I think we're just getting fucked here because their board has like been a little bit too oppressive to us with between the leyline bindings, the solitudes, and the dress downs, and Omnath here. It's like, yeah, it's too much. So, God, I don't like this at all. It's definitely gonna kill the Hexcatcher, and there isn't much I can do about it. Kicking it doesn't do anything because the dress down was in play. That's why. Like, it's pointless. There's no reason to kick it. Omnath is just going to kill us now, and like we need Dismember really really badly, but we're getting to the point where Dismember may not matter anymore. They still have two more cards. Like just put Kahira in hand, and I guess they're gonna cast Kahira here. Yeah, they dress down, dress down. They just played it 2 turns in a row. Well, I don't get why they're attacking. Like, yeah, like doesn't matter. I have Svyelun here. They cast 2 of them. This gives them fucking vigilance too. I can't even bounce it with Harbinger. Oh my god. Uh, yeah. I guess I have to attack with Svyelun and try to get cards. Sure. If we draw an Island Walk Lord, we could theoretically kill Ren in 6, so we'll see. Alright, this is actually great. So they can stop, like, giving them free fetches every turn. I don't feel like the Harbinger is going to do anything anyway, so I may as well just cast it. With Kahira out, this thing's going to have vigilance no matter what, so I have to play it and just try to like put enough pressure into play to kill them through Omnath. They Yeah, I think it was probably smart for them not to attack because I double block it and it would be really bad. Oh, that's pretty good. I think we just try to kill them here. The only thing is they have 2 cards in hand, but that's gotta be okay. Attack with all of these dummies. And I think maybe if they play another fetch and try to crack it, I will just Trickster Omnath in response. I think I'm supposed to do it now so they can't get it on their turn. Yeah, they'll still be able to get 4 life in their turn, but I can stop them from getting 4 life right now, so yeah, that's enough. That was that was a pretty hateful start for us, but we still got just enough to get through that, so that was good. Alright, now the real question is how the fuck do we sideboard for this? Because I think like Subtlety is a card that we want here, and I think Force of Negation is a card that we want. Relic is not terrible, but I think I would rather have these. But we have out of this pile of cards, 6 of them have to come out. So like I think that Harbinger is probably not very good. So I would say those 3, but I don't know what other 3. I think we want to keep the Dismembers for the Omnaths because that's important. The Trickster having flash is I think great. As much as Hexcatcher is weak to the Renin 6, then yeah, I think I still want to keep it in just because it can be really good at countering their Planeswalker. So no, look, it's okay, Joe. Like that, yeah, Twitch chat is not always an advantage. Like sometimes Twitch chat finds things that you miss, but like other times there is the phrase chat lethal. So I think we had that last league. There was somebody like tried to like point out that there was like lethal on the board when there actually wasn't. So yes and no. I don't know. Like I don't. Yeah, they don't have Ragavan in this list because they're playing with Kahira. So the thing is like they do like usually have islands in play. So Tide Shaper is a 1-mana 2/2. It's like they almost always want to get the Jeskai Triome on turn 1, I think, and then try to get Steam or the over Stomping Ground on like turn 2. That's generally how that sequencing goes, like because they want all 5 colors for Leyline Binding, so they have to like get the island. They can't just like not find it. Like it's critical to their plan to have the island in play. So Tide Shaper being a 2/2 is kind of good. They are giving us Island Walk though, so it's just I like having stuff to do on turn 1 to pressure them because then even if they play like Renin 6, that it is helpful. I guess the problem is like we still have to cut 3 cards though, and that's I don't know. It is definitely possible that maybe we're supposed to take 3 of them out. But we have 20 seconds. We have to pick 3 cards. So like, what do we not like here? We have to do something quickly. As of right now, I think I'm gonna take out like. Okay, I have to do something. I'm gonna do it like this. I have 2 seconds. Just thinking about subtlety. Alright, we got close enough, I think. This hand is actually pretty good. Alright, we'll keep this. They mold a 6. It's great. Okay. Yeah, I know there's a little bit of chat lag. There's not much I can do about that, so. Here, I think we're just playing Aether Vial Pass. Alright. So what do we do about this? I think we're supposed I think we're supposed to subtlety this. Like they very likely have alright. Or maybe we don't. Like maybe we're just supposed to play a bunch of creatures and hope that it if I subtlety I have to pitch a Hexcatcher and then when it comes out next turn theoretically I could have like another Hexcatcher and sub or Tide Shaper to get rid of it. There is definitely a strong argument to just keep all the creatures for right now. Notably, they have not given us an island yet, so Probably next turn is when we will see them fetch out the Triome for blue. I think I'm going to hold on to this for like when they play Omnath. No, well, they might have a fetch, but I don't know, I guess they think it's possible they don't, so you're right, maybe. They might get one next turn and get a tapped land. Alright. It's Merfolk. And I think here we just have to pass with these up and we'll play some creatures at the end of their turn. I'm just probably going to Violin Tideshaper and just... Yeah, I agree with that. Tideshaper is just going to be a beater. Oh, they don't have a fetch land? Oh my god, they're just going to get fucked. Alright. Okay, so how do we want to do this? Hexcatcher, Tideshaper? Or do we want to go Trickster first? Yeah, we definitely want to keep Sub for Fear. Alright. I think we go Trickster, Tideshaper, and the next turn we play the two Lords. Let's just maximize our damage. A Force of Negation is real good. Okay. All right. Now here's this question. They don't have any fetch lands. So do we just try to kill Wrenn and 6? The thing is they don't have another fetch land. So if we kill Wrenn and 6 now, if they draw a fetch, they're not going to have their fourth land drop. They'll have to top deck 2 lands instead of just drawing 1, because they'll be able to play fetch, crack it, and then use Wrenn and 6 to get it back so they have their 4th land. Then they can curve up into like Omnath, but at the same time here, if we kill this thing, that means they're at least 2 turns away from fucking... from Omnath. Sure, alright, fine. We'll do it your way. Guess it doesn't really matter a whole lot. I'll just play the other one of these. I don't think the strategizing is unnecessary. I think that it's worth calculating this. And also partially because this is supposed to be informative as well as entertaining. So, like, the thoughts that we're trying to, like, think through as to whether it's worth killing this thing or not are important. Here's Solitude. Okay, so I think that I'm supposed to just Subtlety this thing. Or does it even matter? No, like, I don't think it matters. Or they might ephemerate this, though. That's what I gotta be worried about. I think maybe I'm supposed to Subtlety this. Yeah, I am gonna get rid of the Force, because it is definitely possible they could, like, Solitude and, ephemerate this, and I don't want them to be able to do this right now. And it's not really great for them to do that next turn. Okay, they bolt one of these things, fine. They exiled a Leyline Binding, so yes, you're correct. Alright, well... they're just gonna fucking... Look at this! This is what happens! Like, they just, like, play another one, and now they've killed 2 creatures because of this fucking Wrenn and 6. Like, this is what we get for letting them have things. I am definitely killing it this time. This would not have happened otherwise. I mean, sure, iteration, I can't stop that, but at the same time, we are going to attack them for like 1,000,000 damage this turn, so. I don't think that they would have been able to do that, so. I don't know, like. We're probably still winning this right now. The Solitude, I don't think they did, right? They put it on the bottom of their deck, so yeah, we can see it. Alright, attack. I think right now their hand is just poor. They probably have maybe another Solitude in hand, and they're just going to try to flash it in. That's my guess. So if I attack them with the 2 Tricksters, what's going to happen is they'll just exile the Lord of Atlantis. I think I'm still supposed to attack them regardless. It's got to happen, so. Because if they don't have it, they are just dead, so. Like, Lightning Bolt isn't enough. Like, they have to, like, play Solitude and block with it, and then they still are in the danger zone next turn. They put Kahira in hand. Alright, they're just hoping we don't have another Lord. So they have Kahira and a mystery card. I think I tick both of these up. Wait, is the stream looks like it's still fine. I'm here. Yeah. Kahira's here, I guess. This maybe buys them a turn, but I'm definitely taking this other vial up to 4, and that probably will be enough. Unless if I could also draw an Island Walk Lord or a Trickster here, so lots of options. I am not going to tick this one up, but I will tick this one up. Okay, that's fine too. I mean, I can force them to just block with this right now, and that's still probably good. Alright. Alright, they only have one black source, so I'm gonna take it away with the Triome. I don't think I care about this. They're just trying to protect their black source right now. And the dress down is gonna go away in their turn, so. Like, they have to deal with this, and they don't know about this, so. Like, them tapping out for Fury isn't actually enough. I think they're trying to cast Omnath here. And we're definitely going to just Subtlety that thing. Because their plan is to just play a land and draw cards. And now even if they dress down here to try to protect this, it's not actually going to work. So they're going to turn off Omnath, I guess, so. Alright, there we go. We beat that deck. Subtlety did it. They could gain 4, but the problem is that they're at 1, and the only way they could gain 4 on our turn is if they had a fetch land, which obviously would kill them. They crack the fetch and they'd be dead, so that line was not a thing for them. There we go. We're 2-1. Alright, we can live with this. Alright, look, everybody, look. Yeah, we're chilling out in Merfolk space right now. Woo. Merfolk space is a great place to be. I don't know that I'm going to do this every time, but this was a cool thing to have set up for this, so. Alright, let's go. Round 4, we are on the play. Sadly, we cannot keep this. They have not shown us a companion, so we have to mulligan. I think we can keep this. It's fine. It's not great, but... Merfolk Space Legendary tap add blue. Yeah, you know what? Give me my goddamn Merfolk Eldrazi Temple. Alright. We're gonna keep this, and I guess... I think we get rid of a Cavern of Souls, because if we top deck, like, Force of Negation, we want the mana to be able to cast it, so... We probably just play Island Pass, and then... They're on 5 cards, so... If our opponent is just on a hand where it's like, Ragavan, get the job done, then Dismember will fuck them. Alright. Let's see what they got. Sunbaked Canyon. Okay. Giver of Runes? Yeah, I think we definitely have to Dismember that. Right? So... Because that's going to make our Dismember useless against anything else anyway, so we may as well just get rid of it while we can. And hopefully if we draw like one more land, then we have Otawara can deal with the Cauldron Complete. No, one more land is actually okay, because they have Stoneforge, but they get Cauldron Complete, we can bounce the token, so we can take maybe one hit from it, and then hopefully be able to bounce it. That's pretty good. Alright, Merfolk. Let's attack with the Master first. See what happens here. I mean, I doubt they're blocking, so that's fine. We play Svyelun. And then if we're lucky, next turn we can find the 4th land for this thing. Oh, they're just going to do this right away. I mean, it's true. We do have, like, we are probably winning the race regardless, so... I'm obviously not blocking. They may not have... Yeah, they don't have any more land, so this was it. Like, if this thing goes away, that just could be the game for them. I could just attack them for 6 here. I think I'm supposed to, because then if I draw the land, I can just bounce this. So... And if not, then I'll play Silvergill, and then if I draw a land, I can play, like, the Lord, and then have a huge attack from the following turn, so... Let's see what Svyelun gives us. Oh, yeah, you're right. I do have the Otawara to just bounce it now. Duh. I don't even need to worry about it. Alright, yeah, then... Svyelun is definitely a thing. This actually only costs 3 mana here, so... No, this is okay. We got this. Actually, we might just Trickster this thing this turn, so that actually is even better. Because it adds to our board, and it still threatens to, like, ruin their life. Okay, another Stoneforge is not really helping them right now. Yeah, no, definitely we just Trickster. Okay, Batterskull is not gonna help them. Well, here's the cool thing, like, we can put them in a situation where they have to actually block right now, and then they just lose to the Otawara. So, at the moment, we have lethal in play, so the question is, do we want to play the Lord of Atlantis? Does it make any difference? Because I think we force them, they have to block with at least one thing, right? So we can only attack... No, yeah, if we play the Lord, they have to block with both of these, because they won't be able to use this to put the, they're going to take 7 if they only block the Svyelun here, so they have to block with both Stoneforge Mystics, and I think that's just going to kill them. So really, I think we're going to play Silvergill and then play Lord, and then, yeah, just kill them that way. The math favors us playing everything and attacking, so... Yeah, well, here's the problem. They can't play the Batterskull with the Sunbaked Canyon now. They're on one land, and, like, this isn't enough for them to get there. Okay, so they're playing Death and Taxes, or maybe not exactly that. It could some form of, like, red-white Stoneforge list, but it looks taxy kind of because they have the Giver of Runes, so who knows. That means we probably do want to keep the Dismembers for this. It's debatable as to whether we want Force, but probably Subtlety is better. We just played the Mutavault. Well, the thing is that, yeah, like, the idea is playing the Lord still forces them to double block, like, or otherwise they can't use the 1 mana from the Sunbaked Canyon, because them going to 1 life means they can't pay 1 to add a white or a red to their mana pool, so... Hurkyl's is definitely possible. Alright, what do we not like this? They could have... They might have Furies, that is true. They might also just be splashing for something like Blood Moon in their deck, so there is that to consider. I don't know. We don't know exactly what their tricks are just yet. We could take in the Hurkyls and just take out the 2 forces for right now, so we have a better idea of what's going on. I mean, it's probably a creature deck, yeah. It could be Fervent Champion. Like, they definitely could have, like, an Urza Saga package that goes with all of this stuff, so... I do like Hurkyls a little bit for this, because it does give us some opportunity. Like, their main line is usually going to be Stoneforge into Cauldron Complete, which means that bouncing the Cauldron Complete with the Hurkyls buys us, it's like a fog for us and just gives us a free attack. I think overall, like, probably okay. I don't think we need the Mistcallers for this. Well, I think we just run it like this and see how this goes, but I feel like we have a pretty good chance in this game. Sadly, I am not willing to keep a 1-land hand versus this deck. They are keeping 7. We need to do better. I think this is better. We'll keep this. All right, we have a choice to make here. I like the Otawara, but the rest of these cards, I'm not sure. I think maybe we're supposed to dump a Hexcatcher to keep this, because, again, if we draw lands, like, this becomes better, and if we draw creatures, then we're fine anyway, so... I think Hexcatcher's the thing that has to go. Alright, there's Vantage. Ragavan. Of course it's Ragavan. Come on, Dismember. I'd be happy with a 1-drop as well. Anything that I can play this turn, I'm... Alright, you know what? I think we're just playing Tideshaper to fucking block this Ragavan. I do not want Ragavan getting treasure tokens. Okay. It's fine with me. They just have another Ragavan, but, like, nothing else. Like, that's still okay. I think we just do the same trick, except this time with Silvergill Adept. Try to make some forward progress on our board. That's really good. Very happy to see Dismember. And again, I will still trade off the Silvergill with this thing if given the opportunity. Oh, please don't Skyclave me. That would be terrible. March? Okay, sure. Okay, they're not playing it, so... I guess we can just attempt the same trick, but we have Dismember up for this turn, so... the other option is we could Harbinger. Yeah, I think we're playing the Otawara regardless. Right now, I think it's between Harbinger, bounce this thing, see if they want to spend 2 mana to get it dismembered, or we could play Silvergill and try to draw a different land than the Otawara, so that we can hopefully get to 4. Our opponent it gave us, yeah, he had to step away for a second. That's fine. Yeah, if we play Silvergill, like, we might just try the same trick. They could have another removal spell, in which case they force the Dismember in this thing. But I don't know if we want to use Harbinger in this. I think we'd rather keep the Harbinger in case they find Kaldra. So I'm gonna go with the Silvergill plan. All right. Okay, well, we have to play the Otawara, so that's fine. We just pass to them. All right. Our opponent did give us a message here that they had to step away for a second, so we're going to be waiting for them to get back. So I think this is fine. Like, okay, so they know about this. Uh-huh. All right, I'm happy if they burn the removal in this thing. And if at any given point they decide to play, like, you know, Stoneforge, get Kaldra, we have Harbinger to just deal with that, so. If we draw a land, then we can probably play the Lord of Atlantis and then maybe Hexcatcher. But if they just kill, like, if they attack with Ragavan, I will trade with this thing, and if they kill Silvergill, then I will dismember Ragavan regardless. I'm not in. I don't want to let them acquire too much mana because they might get to the point where they like hard cast Batterskull or hard cast Kaldra Complete, God forbid. Svyelun forbid. do, 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 do. Chat, how's it going? How's your life? I think Merfolk is actually doing that. This is the best we've been in quite a while in Modern. Like, our deck actually feels like we have competent interaction for a lot of this stuff here. Alright, they're back. Sure. Attacking with Ragavan. No, they are not. Okay. Well, then, if you're not attacking with it, I don't care. I think that our plan basically stays the same here. Like, I don't really see what they're going to do that's going to change this calculus, so... We're threatening to just block with the Mutavault now, so... They didn't want to trade Ragavan with it last turn. They're probably... Like, I don't care if they trade with it now. They did nothing with their turn. I'm okay with this. So, like, if they go to attack with Ragavan, I can animate the Mutavault, block with it, and if they try to do something to the Lord, I can always dismember the Ragavan. I mean, they could theoretically wait until after damage, so... If they go after the Mutavault, I will... Oh, fuck, you know what? Never mind. That's not going to work. I might have to trade the Lord with this thing. No, they're just going to play Solitude. I forgot that it has Summoning Sickness and I can't do this. Alright. You know what? That's okay. I'm still going to kill this thing. I feel like I should be dismembering this before they find some nonsense like Ephemerate. Like, I'm still okay with this. They have 3 cards here. Yeah, this is okay. I wasn't, like, super sad to lose the Lord of Atlantis. Like, I feel like we're doing fine. I don't think they're doing anything right now. Like, they didn't... They have to just be stuck with, like, Cauldron or something in their hand, right? Or maybe Batterskull. Or, like... It's gotta be nonsense that doesn't do anything. Alright, I think we might see, like, Fury or something now. That would not be cool if it was. Yeah, that's a Fury. Top deck that land. Alright, we're gonna lose everything. Fuck. Alright. It does, and it sucks, but what are you gonna do? I guess I have to just tap it down and just continue to try to apply pressure. Yeah, we're definitely not dead yet, so. Alright. Ephemerate. Oh my god. Yeah, look, they did have Ephemerate the whole time. Alright. Jesus Christ. They have to just have, like, more Ephemerates in their hand right now. That's gotta be the only explanation for this. Okay, well, they have to... Or they just leave it in exile. Alright, well, we're taking 6 here. That's not great. Ranger Captain of you. Alright, yeah, no, this is getting real bad real quick. This is definitely a pile of nonsense. I don't know that we're gonna beat this nonsense now, to be honest. Like, we're looking at a game 3, so... Mm-hmm. Well, they're not casting the Dismember, at least, but that's a card I would rather have in my possession than theirs. Uh-huh. I don't really... I don't... Fuck. I don't know how to do this. I feel like I have to Dismember the Fury. Hmm. I don't think I'm playing the Harbinger now. I'm pretty sure I'm just waiting with it. Well, the problem is, like, at any given point, if I Dismember the Fury, they could definitely have another Ephemerate, so... It is a Fervent Champion deck. Okay, we have learned this. Yeah, Ragavan we knew about. Let them attack first. Alright, I think, yeah, we have to Dismember Fury here and just hope that it happens. I don't want to let them recast Ranger right now. I'd rather bounce it on my turn. Okay, well, they're just going to blink it anyway. I guess it's true there was some chance, but they did have another Ephemerate. They were just waiting for it with Giver of Runes. Okay, that's not good for us. Yeah, that's real bad. Alright. Well, that doesn't really do anything. It only gets rid of the treasure right now. They're probably just going to attack with both of these, and like, if I try to Vial and Harbinger to bounce one of these things, they'll just give it protection, so we're actually dead. There's nothing I can do about it. You want Chalice on, they do have like March, so I'm not sure. Ragavan Champion Ephemera, yeah, Giver, I guess it's fine. I'm gonna say maybe we don't need the recall. Sure, Bolt's possible. Alright, look, if we're taking in Subtleties and Chalice here, but like, we have to take out 5 cards, so what are, like, I don't know what we're taking out here because most of this stuff looks like things we care about. Um, the Tide Shapers don't look like they're that important. The only thing that they're good for is just getting Ragavan, but I think we can take out Tide Shaper pretty reasonably. Silvergill, yeah, that's also not great either. Mistcaller actually might do something relevant because of it, like it fucks with Ephemerate. If they, yeah, I guess some Island Walk could matter. Cut Silvergill and maybe one Hexcatcher. That seems like that's fine. All right, we're gonna do it like this and see if it's enough. All right, let's on the play. Fuck, have we mulliganed all 3 times this? Oh, God. All right. I guess we're keeping this and we're getting rid of. This is. I guess we get rid of a Harbinger. Or yeah, getting rid of Subtlety is not bad because we don't really want to be pitching cards here, but uh, we might actually just be okay. So we have to decide if we want to go for Oboro or Mutavault first. We might be attacking with Mutavault next turn. That does turn off any possibility of playing a Lord, but yeah, well, we do have Oboro, but that means we're not doing it until turn 3. I'm just trying to think of, like, the only creature I'd probably want to play in turn 2 is the Master, but I'm not even that convinced that I necessarily want to play him in turn 2. Like, there is definitely a possibility where, like, we want to attack with Mutavault next turn, so. They might play Ragavan. Alright. Mutavault, yeah, we are playing Modern. Alright. We are super dependent on this Vial right now, and I'm not sure I want to lose Mutavault to this Ragavan. I guess if they... So the worst possible thing that can happen is we attack with Mutavault, they trade the Ragavan with Muta, and then march our Aether Vial. If we're not attacking with Mutavault, I don't know that we want to be blocking it either. So we, like, the worst case scenario is we could end up in a scenario where Oboro's our only land and we're not actually casting anything. So there, but if we can wait a turn and like get this if this Vial hits 2, then Harbinger can just bounce this thing and it's a lot easier to attack. I think that we're not supposed to attack this turn. I have blue for next turn if I don't attack, so I think I have to let them hit me one time. There's Stoneforge Mystic, which is not great, but you know what? We always knew that that was a possible thing. They're getting Sword of Fire and Ice. That is scary as fuck. Which means that this Mutavault is worth even more now. Alright, which means I think we need to Harbinger the Ragavan right now. And we can play the Master of the Pearl Trident. Fuck! No. I did not want to do that. Oh, fuck. I had to add the colorless first. I thought if I tap this, it would ask me to pay for it first. Goddamn interface. That was so bad. Why? Why does it, like, automatically pay for it in some cases, and in others it asks us to pay for this? That is so dumb. Like, I didn't want to use the mana I had floating. Yeah, like, the game is basically fucking over now. It's so bad for us. Whatever. I guess I'm just attacking with Mutavault now because I don't have another choice. Oh, good. We get to deal with Sword of Fire and Ice and Cauldron Complete. That's great. Well, I'm not sure how much this is going to matter. They have the sword and this. We can take a hit off of this and then Harbinger it, but it's still bad. Okay. Oops. All right. This is so terrible. All right. The problem is that they can just play the sword and equip the sword to the Stoneforge Mystic now. And the Stoneforge is definitely going to hit us next turn. No, it's going to hit us now, and it's going to kill off our Master of the Pearl Trident. They're not gonna ping Harbinger. They're gonna ping the. I guess. Oh, you know what? Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, we could have done what you're doing. That's true. I think that I have to play the Svyelun here. Chalice does look pretty good. I mean, they're probably gonna kill off my Harbingers. But I think this turns off Ragavan, so it's alright. The other option is we could just play like Hexcatcher in response to this ping, but I'm not sure which one of these is more important, so let's put the Svyelun in play, I guess. We are definitely attacking first, so alright, I guess I'm gonna play the Hexcatcher, so and just hope that they don't have like removal for the Hexcatcher. That's not great, right? That is real bad. I think that Mutavault has to block this thing, or it's gonna get real ugly. It has, or you know what? We're gonna go to 2. Fuck. So yeah, if Mutavault doesn't block this, we actually just lose the game. So had we played the Chalice of the Void, they would not have had the Fervent Champion. I can't Trickster it in response. I don't have double blue on their turn. That's not an option, chat. Yeah, so Mutavault like has to block this, or we just lose the game. Because yeah, they will deal us 8, and then Sword will deal us another 2. Alright. I don't think we have any actual answer to this. I think we're just actually dead. No, we're not losing. We are lost. There is a difference. Uh like we can attack with everything, but they're just gonna block and then we're dead. You know what? I should not have played that Oboro because we definitely like could have top decked. Well, no, I guess it doesn't matter. We just need them to not block anything. Like if they don't block anything, then they aren't. Yeah, they theoretically could just die, right? No, not even then. Never wouldn't do anything. So yeah, we're actually just lost. So yeah, well, we brought in Chalice for that purpose, but all right, we just lose. All right. Well, taking up Vial is just there's it doesn't matter because the only thing that we can put into play in 3 is Svyelun, and we have subtleties, but or do we even bring them in? Yeah, we have subtleties. So like Vial in 4 is better, but yeah, that was rough. Like we definitely could have won that game with it feels like we should have been able to. If we had gotten the Lord in sooner, maybe that could have helped, but like I think really playing the Chalice would have did a lot more because of the champion, so that yeah, the Chalice mattered a lot. And then thank you, yeah, the green screen is cool. Like I said, it sucks that our mana was so clunky and that not even the Oboro trick was helping us. Okay, we are on the draw. I guess we're keeping this. We can cast things, so. Oh, there's Ragavan. Okay, so we're upping it. It looks like this is the Murktide deck, and I think we're dismembering this. They don't have any 1-mana counters, but I think they could have Force of Negation. So you know what? Do they have like more forces or spell pierces? Maybe I don't know. I don't want to, like, they have counterspell for sure, so I think we just do this now. Alright, they obviously did not have a force, so they have more spell pierces. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. They could dash another one, but that's much better for us if they do. Alright, Shredder. Sure. Shredder's not, like, the end of the world. It would be really cool if we had Cavern of Souls here. I don't think we need that. I think we're probably just playing Silvergill, right? Or, I mean, I imagine they probably have a bunch of removal in their hands, so, or they're gonna, with Shredder they can dig for it. It's too early to play the Lords. You just play Gill. I could, but I think I need to hang on to the Trickster for until it does like a little bit more. Well, that's actually useful. I'm willing to take like one hit from this thing, but like I also have to be cognizant of something like Murktide just like coming out really fast and hurting me. So I can play Vial on my turn and then play Trickster in their turn to get around this. And I can also play the Cavern to make sure that they can't use a counterspell on the Trickster. I mean, but we're not doing anything else with 3 mana, so we may as if we're gonna Trickster this thing, we may as well cast the Vial. The only reason we wouldn't cast Vial is if we're gonna play the Lord of Atlantis. But this thing is like 99% attacking regardless. That's another Ragavan, so Shredder is gonna hit us, which is not great. They discarded Spell Pierce. Yeah, we have to play this. Okay, so Ragavan and Shredder are both threatening to attack us. At any given point, Murktide could be a thing, so we have to, they play Murktide. I don't have any way to actually deal with it. Now, I'm definitely playing the Cavern, because I think that I have to Trickster this thing in their turn, but I don't have a good follow-up for when they inevitably Murktide me. Yeah, I mean, the thing is I can tap the bird here, but now, like, it's the follow-up that's the problem. Like, I can block both of these things here. Yeah, they did exile this, so there's like a 99% chance they do have another Murktide. We really desperately need Harbinger of the Tides. So we're probably not winning without one. Yeah, here comes Murk. We know that it's a thing. They're just deciding, yeah, there we go. Alright, how much is it going to be? 6/6. Ugh, not good. Alright, we have like one turn to, yeah, we need like Harbinger badly. They have one blue up, so I think we can play the Silvergill and leave the Cavern up in case we find a Trickster or something with Flash. Right now we're getting attacked for 9. I don't know that we're racing well. Okay, they don't have anything. That's good actually. Now we're like racing well. Yeah, well now we can trickster down the Murktide, and now we like potentially have them in trouble. That was a very good draw. So we go to, yeah, they have 3 cards, and we can put 2 lords into play next turn. So that's pretty good for us, I think. We're gonna let them connive because we have to tap down this thing to save ourselves the 6 damage. It's way more important. Unholy Heat. Oh, they're just wasting their removal now. Okay, neat. I'm gonna play another Murktide. Yes, they are. Is this enough? No, they're at 19. That's not quite enough. You know what? It's it's fine. I guess the plan doesn't change here. Okay. Do we still need help? I think. All right. I mean, we're at 10. Like, we're still ridiculously dead next turn. So, putting 2 lords into play is not quite enough here. Yeah, they had removal. We don't have another Trickster or Harbinger. We're just like actually just dead. We'll just do the damage because we can, but they're just gonna kill us regardless. It's not enough. Alright. Alright, we die. They have too much. Alright, well we did our best here. Alright, I guess we want Chalice of the Void, and we don't really need Force, but I think we do want Subtlety. Ragavan plus 3 flyers and removal is hard to beat. Yeah, that is true. Alright, this is a match where I don't really care for Svyelun that much. I think that I'd much rather have Subtlety against this deck, as I think, yeah, our plan is to just, I am taking out Svyelun, and I think I take out, like, one... I don't know about, like, the Relic is, like, okay, but it's not, like, fantastic. I'm gonna cut, I think, 1 Silvergill here, but I want to do it like this. The Vial is going to stay on 2, and then Subtlety is just going to slow down Murktide or Ledger. Alright. I think they do have, like, Furies sometimes that they bring in from the sideboard. So, like, Subtlety can help a little bit with that. If we can stick the Chalice early enough, then it can help a lot. This hand looks fine. We're gonna keep it. We have Harbinger. Harbinger is one of our best cards against them, so. Trickster is also really good, and they are mulling to 6. That is also fine. The deck definitely does feel better than this league. Yeah, I agree with that. Have had a lot of hands where we just had, like, 1 or 0 land openers, and that's never really great. There's Ragavan, but I am probably just going to Trickster that for a turn, so. I am definitely going to Trickster that for a turn. Your counter spell is not going to do shit. So the best you can hope for is to cast like Expressive Iteration. Okay. They cast the Bauble, which means they don't have the Ledger, so that's good. This has to mean that they have like Counterspell or something in hand. There's just, or maybe just a pile of removal. Okay. Play this. I think I just attack them with the Trickster and then do this whole shebang again. I expect them to use removal on this thing. I could also just like... No, I think that we're supposed to cast the Trickster first. I mean, I could just play Hexcatcher and just try to block this thing. And then if something bad happens, then I can just dismember it. Okay. This looks fine to me. They have 3 cards left, so like if they just cast a Murktide, that's kind of fun. Sure. I guess if they get a fetch, they could go for it. Yeah, they did find the fetch land, so... Oh, but they're not going to do it. Alright. Well, they have 4 cards, which means I'm assuming that means they just have a pile of removal spells. I'm not in any particular hurry to cast a bunch of creatures here. I don't even know if I want to play this, to be honest. I guess I can play the Tide Shaper. It's fine. What are they going to do? Like, they could... I don't know if I want to tap the Cavern for it, though. No, I don't think they're attacking me with anything. It's okay. Um, sure. You know what? Oh, never. Okay. I did not kick it, which is a mistake, and it just wasted that mana. Why did? Oh God! Why did it do that? Like, okay. I guess they just assumed that it was uncounterable. I guess because that fucked up. That could have gone so poorly. Whatever. Petty theft? Okay, that's fine. I'm not concerned about that at all. The important thing is eventually, like, Harbinger's just going to bounce a Murktide. The worst thing would be if they find, like, Ledger Shredder first. Well, they're not doing it, because I think they're afraid that it's going to be a thing. Alright, let's play the Lord. Give them something to use the burn spells on. Because I think these are the important spells, and I want to keep them right now. Alright, it's time to see Murktide, so they can cast it twice. So I guess I'm just gonna cast Lord of Atlantis and then Trickster this thing and then Harbinger this thing. Alright, what are we doing with this? They found Ledger Shredder. They did not cast the Shredder. That's surprising. Okay. I guess that just means I attack with everything here. Oh, look, our opponent punted once. Alright. Hold on. I've had that experience. And... Alright, well, we got a free attack in here. And I think we're just going to bounce this thing with Harbinger when it attacks, so... I might even let it hit me once, to be honest, and just cast the Subtlety this turn. I think I'm pretty safe here. MTGO giveth, MTGO taketh. Alright, yeah, they're getting rid of the Lord here. Yeah, they realize how ridiculously dangerous an attack right now is, so... I think we just pass here, wait for them to attack with Murktide, and then Harbinger it back to their hand, so... The other thing is I could definitely attack them with everything, and then maybe they block Subtlety, they go to 2, and then they're probably dead next turn. That is definitely also a line. Yeah, putting them to 2 I think is actually equally important, so I think we can do this. Sure. You're at 2, which means I still have lethal in play, so you can't actually attack. They've used a bolt on my creature, so it's not like they're going to double bolt me. Okay, there's Dragon's Rage Channeler. So they think they have one blocker right now. Okay, go ahead, attack. I don't think you're going to. Alright, so I don't think that I actually want to do anything at the moment. Because this is going to have to attack next turn anyway. So they're going to be down a blocker. I'm pretty sure that I just pass and just wait to, like, bounce this thing. There's no reason to, like, get super greedy right now. They're at 1. So any, like, fetch lands they draw are just dead. Alright. Brazen Borrower is not a blocker, so they think that they're going to kill me, and they are very wrong. Okay, they abrade? Sure. Yeah, they have to attack, so... Like, they can recast to the Murktide, but if they go for lethal here, they're only going to have 1 blocker for 2 creatures. So they need to find something really, really good. The Brazen Borrower is not a blocker. This is not a blocker. So yeah, if this attacks, I just bounce it. They can replay it, but then both Harbinger and Trickster are threatening them. So they have to like find at least 1 more removal spell, and there's also a ton more things I can draw that like negate them having 1 more removal spell. Yeah, they're not out of this yet, but they're at the point where they like have to kind of draw something off the top. So dive down would be a hell of a card. Okay, well they took a bobble off of this, so sure. They want to see what their next card is. Okay, sure. They're considering. What are they digging for? Okay, what's it gonna be? How much of your mana do you want to use right now? Because if you go for lethal here, I guess the thing is, no matter what, I'm gonna play this thing, and I'm gonna have 2 attackers. So if you attack with the Murktide, it's gonna cost you 2 to replay it. So you have exactly enough mana for 1 thing. So they attack with the Dragon's Rage Channeler, which I don't think I'm supposed to do anything about because me being at 13 doesn't really matter. If I bounce this now, they'll just replay it as a blocker, so there's no reason to do that. So I guess I could probably wait at least 1 more turn, right? Yeah, I don't think I play anything. If I draw a land, I can play 1 of the Tide Shapers. Nah, that's pretty good too. So he might. But here's the thing now. I can actually... So an option I have is I can bounce this Dragon's Rage Channeler. I think they should... Well, yeah, they should have attacked with the Borrower because they can't ever block, so... They have 3 cards. Yeah, I guess I just do... I play both Shapers and hold it up. I don't know. I don't know. Oh. Yeah, now some beginners would think I'm almost dead. Yeah, I know you're not. I know you're not dead yet. I like your line. Yeah, play 2 Tide Shapers, Trickster this thing down. The best they can do is 6 damage to me. I agree with that plan. And I mean, this is almost definitely, like, gonna kill them, so... Trickster was just a fantastic draw this turn. They have 0 blockers for 4 creatures now. So, yeah, this thing has to attack, and this thing can't block, so every single one of these creatures kills them. So even, like, even if they played a Fury, they could kill off 2 things and block 1, but they would still be dead. Oh my god. Wait, no. That means the Murktide doesn't have flying, so I can block it. Okay, that still doesn't actually kill me, but that means they get to hold up blockers again. Okay, well, the game goes on. Yeah, they don't have flying, so if this attacks, I just throw a 1/1 in front of it. It's fine. It really doesn't. Because this is going to go back to not being able to block next turn, so... I think I... Yeah, I think I do play around them having, like, Lightning Bolt, though. Okay. Engineered explosives on 2? Okay, so they can blow up the 2 Tricksters now. Well, what's gonna happen is that we, like... They're gonna kill off the explosive. They're gonna use explosives to kill off the Tricksters. So I have to attack with these, force them to crack this. I do not attack with the Tide Shaper, though. Because if I don't attack, yeah, like they have the EE, so I have to force them to blow it up first, so to not die. Attacking with the Tide Shaper would have just gotten eaten by this thing. Yeah, I could just bounce this thing right now. I could wait till their turn too as well. I don't know, like, what the difference would be to use it now versus on their turn. They're just gonna recast it anyway. This is gonna have to attack, and this doesn't really matter, so I guess all things considered, I may as well use it now. And I am not going to play the Aether Vial because I think that it's worth better just holding a card in my hand so they don't know what's up. EE definitely kept, like, Dress Down into Engineered Explosives definitely kept them alive, for sure. No, it did nothing to them, so they have to attack. So I go to 7 here. So 1 removal spell still kills me. If I top deck an Island Walk Lord, theoretically I can live another turn. Or theoretically they have to have 2 things to, right? Because so there's Murktide, but they can have 2 creatures now as well, which is all. They have 3 cards left in hand, so this is getting terrible quickly. There's a Ragavan, so they have 2 blockers. I guess a Trickster still works if they only have 2 creatures. They have another fucking Engineered Explosives on 2. Okay. Sure, I guess. That's removal, so... Alright. The problem is I can't play the Lord of Atlantis because they're just going to blow it up. I can't actually win this game. Yeah, they have the mana to crack the EE, so if I play the Lord, it doesn't matter that this has Island Walk. Alright, new games. Yeah. Alright, concede. Nothing I can do about it. We're just fucked. Alright. That was insane. They had to, like... No, we can't... Praying is not an option. They definitely, like, know what they're doing. They've already done this one turn. I believe that they know how to do it again. I'm giving my opponent respect because I know that they know what they're doing. Fuck. Alright, that was brutal. Like, we had so many turns where, like, we were really close, but just could... They just, like, top deck turn after turn to find exactly what they need to stay alive there, so... That's now it's all right. There's a 2-3 league. It's not really amazing, but I think that I don't know. I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with this. I would definitely run this back again because this did feel like this was probably like close to where it needs to be. We did our best. I don't know, maybe finding like Chalice would have helped us a lot if we had that. I don't know. There's not a whole lot else like I could say about this. Like, we had a lot of hands where we had to mulligan our 7s a lot, so that happens. It's pretty entertaining games overall, though. I'll say, like, we definitely, yeah. I don't have control over this. This is what Mana Traders does to me. We were so close to having a matched up deck list here where everything was the same, and then this had to happen. So. What are you going to do? The thing that I'm actually upset about is that I realized that I'm going to be playing in Philadelphia in November in about 1 month from now. But my foil full art Svyelun's are not going to be with me in 1 month from now. They're going to be at the MTG Summit because I need to get them signed. So I'm going to have to buy a second set of Svyelun's. Well, yeah, I could buy them. This is true, but the problem is that some days it's the Tide Shapers that are the card that we get mismatched, and some days it's like everything else. So the whole point of Mana Traders is that I don't have to keep buying all of these cards. So I only own like the really expensive ones, like Force of Negation and Cavern of Souls and like Chalice. That way I can borrow better stuff. So yeah, I'm going to have to get more Svyelun's for like literally 1 day of playing Modern, and it's frustrating to me but that the scheduling ended up that way, but that's the only way because apparently was it Howard Lyon, I think is his name? Yeah, the one who did the full art Svyelun. He doesn't sign by mail, so the only way to do it, he's going to be at Magic Summit, and I know somebody who's going, and I'm sending my shiny Svyelun's to have them signed, but sadly, that means I'm going to have to play without them for 1 day, so just that's what's going on with my life that I just found out this week. Yes, of course. I'm always here to entertain everybody every week. You guys are the reason I do this, and win or lose, we're still here to enjoy and have content that is both entertaining and educational. It's edutainment. Yeah, we're gonna go with that, edutainment. So, I don't know. Like I said, I think in Modern in general, like Merfolk definitely has a lot of really powerful tools, and the deck can definitely do a lot more damage than we have been in the past like few months. So, yeah, you don't always have like everything that you want in any given league. We did a lot better last league, which I think was a 4-1 with this, but so it's okay. We'll get back at it. It'll be fine. Yes, edutainment. That's what we're here about, and I will continue. Maybe if I can find a way to like make this not a huge pain in the ass to set up every time, maybe we'll do that, and I don't know, we'll do something else. But This is really cool. I do really like the green screen for this. It looks so fun and so pretty. You can only just barely see like parts of my head like not matching up perfectly to the chroma key, but I'm surprised that it worked out as well as it did given the space that it had to operate in and the lighting that it had to work with. I'm calling this a success. So yeah, I'm a streamer now. I can like do all kinds of fun things with this. So I could just like cut out the background entirely and just be like, I don't know, maybe I could just be here with like in the corner with like nothing in the behind me here. So or I could continue to do it like this. Like I don't know, we can play around with this stuff now. So I love experimenting with this stuff, and this content gets better over time. Yeah, we're gonna the $1 million studio. That's true. I could just build an imaginary $1 million studio. So, am I in the metaverse right now? No, I'm in the knockoff version of the metaverse one. Yeah. This is oh, fuck, what's the thing from Ready Player One? Uh, damn it, I watched the movie and I can't think of the name, but what's the name of their virtual reality place? Help me out, chat. You know this. I know that you know this. You're a streamer, Harry. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, that was some sad news that we heard today, unfortunately. Uh, uh, okay, what's the name of this thing? It's gonna drive me crazy until I remember it. The Oasis. Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, we're in like the Oasis here, I guess. That's fine. But I think what the actor who played Hagrid died today, right? Yeah, so that was unfortunate. It was a little bit earlier today. Robbie Coltrane at 72, unfortunately. So it's all right. Lord Magicus is a wizard regardless. I have my magic wand and I have a wizard hat too, but it's hiding behind the green screen right now, and I'm afraid that if I go to pick it up, it's gonna knock everything over. I have to be careful about where the fan is because if I like point the fan at it, like this thing is gonna collapse. Yeah, I have I have a robe and a wizard hat, and I have a wand because I am Lord Magicus. That's my oh yeah, like part of it is like see through because it's like green, so yeah, you can see. Oh yeah, look, it's another weird thing it can do. Like I have a magic wand that can just see through people. It's like X-ray vision. So I don't know. There's cool things I can do with this. It's yeah, shopping at Diagon Alley, of course. It's the way. You know what else? Like I realized that I have an Elder Wand and I still have to fix it because part of it broke. I tried like using like super glue to put it back together and it did not work the way I needed it to. But I'm working on doing real streamer magic now, so I don't know. Maybe I'll find some more cool effects that I can do with this thing. But like I said, I think this was a good success for the first time setting this up. So and yeah, I guess the if maybe by this time next year when I like if I get paid by Twitch again for like the few subs that I have between now and then, I can spend that on getting more fun stuff for it. Maybe I'll get better lighting or something, or some of those nice like floodlights like Nikachu has that like makes everything look really cool and shiny behind him. So I do appreciate everybody who like does end up subbing to the Twitch channel. It actually like ended up it was a nice surprise to wake up to today. It was so your support means a lot, and like I said, I don't really ask anybody for anything, but if you click like on the replays, that will be enough for me. I love that, and leave some nice comments on the YouTube channel. That's cool. Oh yeah, there was one other thing we had to talk about. It's a good thing that mentioned this before we go because we have there's one poll that I put up that I want to look at beforehand. So let me pull this over here. So, everybody who stuck around, here we go. This is in light of the new Magic 30th product announcement, what is the best use of $1,000? So, 47% of people voted for the full 75 for each of the top 11 meta pauper decks plus sleeves for each of the decks. So about half of everybody thought that, literally buying the entirety of pauper was the way to go in this. Merfolk Joe, thank you very much for the subscription. I love it. Thank you so much. It means everything to me. Yeah, we had 23% of people burning it for warmth. 4,000 copies of Dreadmaw got 23%, and only 8% of people that voted here thought that $1,000 would be best spent on 4 packs of proxies for Magic. So, uh, that was honestly 8% was about 7% higher than I thought that was gonna get. I am proud of everybody who voted for any of these options, though. If you are the 92% of people that did not want to give Wizards of the Coast $1,000 for not real reserve list cards, then yeah, you know what you're doing. Seriously, if you want to spend that much money on getting a Black Lotus, buy an actual Black Lotus or buy real buy heavily played dual lands or something. Do not just spend, all this money on these proxy cards. You might end up spending literally $30,000 on these packs to get a proxy Black Lotus when you could have just actually bought a real Black Lotus for less than that. So yeah, absolutely. It's buy $1,000 worth of printer paper and ink. You know what? That was one of the options I was considering adding here. If there was a fifth option, the fifth one was going to be buy a printer plus paper and ink toner and then spend $500 on ice cream or something like that. I mean, I have a laser printer here that prints on transparencies, and I don't know if I have one of these sitting here or not, but yeah, okay, I do. All right, so look, this is something that, oh god, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show it because of the weird foiling in here, but yeah, the chroma key is going to mess this up. All right, so look, this is a blank foil card that you can buy, and they're just a few dollars a piece. This is the transparency sheet that my printer will print out. And then you take those, all right, you put them in a sleeve like this. All right, and oh my god, look, we have a foil proxy of Urza Saga, and it looks really pretty. And you can even change out which transparencies you're using, so you don't have to glue them onto the card or anything. So you can just, double sleeve your deck if you want to make foil proxies like this. It looks fucking fantastic. And you know what? It doesn't cost you $1,000 to do that. Yeah, I have one that I did here of Seed of the Synod. It's like a full art version of that card. You have to be careful because if it shows green in here, it just freaks out. But yeah, that's a way better use of your money if you just print your own proxies, or at the very least, if you want to, go buy some of these blank cards and just draw on them or something. Yes, these are still gold bordered, and you can buy a stack of them for $5-10, and you can make as many proxies as you want with them. In fact, you can also just go and buy artist commissions from people to make you nice proxies, and I guarantee they're not going to cost you $1,000 for 4 packs of them. Yeah, so don't enable Wizards of the Coast with this nonsense. I know that generally I'm the kind of person that is their target audience for this, where it's oh, you've spent lots of money on shiny Magic cards for your fully foiled out, ridiculous deck. You play Legacy, you would love to have these sort of no. We're not doing that. Buy either real reserved list cards that are black border and you can actually play with, or just make your own proxies, or there's a bajillion other things you can do. Don't enable this. This is terrible. Absolutely not. No. All right. Oh my god, I just realized that I'm not showing you my desktop, so you can't see this. Whoops. Yeah, all right. There we go. That's better. All right. There we go. Where's Skull and Crossbones? Don't do this one. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. So that you can see here. This is how this turned out. Yeah, Mark Rosewater's mom's gonna buy out the whole 30th anniversary. Yeah, Sharpie on it. Okay, so fuck. All right, which means you didn't see like any of like the cool stuff that I was showing off here. No, that was on the camera. Okay, no, it's just the poll. All right, fuck. I gotta get more or pay more attention to like how OBS is running. So it's okay. No, we're not going totally off the rails with this yet. All right, we know what we're doing. So yeah, absolutely. Like I said, don't do this. This is like a complete waste of money and time. So, and the other thing that I had posted, and actually I think I showed this on Twitter. I showed the picture of what the deck list that I think what last week's deck was that which I can show that here. Give me 1 second. I'll put it on here. Ooh, all right, hold on. There we go. All right, go back here. There we go. See, like that's my shiny modern deck. The Colossal Dreadmaws, yeah, buying 4,000 of them is definitely a much smarter investment on $1,000 than buying like 4 packs of proxies. Absolutely. I mean, look, $1,000 gets you like this entire deck in non-foil, and it probably gets you the majority of this deck in foil. So again, another better use of like the only thing you're probably not getting the foil Mutavaults. These are like 600 a piece, but I mean everything else like you could probably get pretty close on $1,000 of getting foils for most of the stuff. So still another better use of your money for that. So uh, you could use the Dreadmaws as proxies. That is true. That's definitely a possibility. So yeah. All right. Well, it is that time again where we've been doing this for almost 3 hours now, so we'll be back next week. We're gonna definitely do some more, but we went a little bit later on a Friday, which is kind of off our normal streaming time. But that said, I think we're gonna go and check out Fluffy Wolf because it looks like he's playing a modern red deck, and Fluffy Wolf is always playing like the most interesting lists. How did I land in that island? Easy. You know what? Before we go, I'll show you this too. Oh god, this is gonna be another disaster. I didn't technically land in this island. I have multiple islands here. This is one of my 2 Merfolk binders. Yeah, you can see like I keep shiny copies of all these cards in here. The green screen is absolutely does not like this. Can I, can I like turn this filter off so we can actually show this for a minute? Uh-oh. No, it's not that one. It's this one. God. Yeah, chroma key. Okay. All right. Yeah, yes, please remove it. All right, cool. We can see it. Oh no. All right. Camera, can you focus like for me, please? Or can I maybe I can just manually focus this and you can see it. Okay, come on. I got this. I got this. All right, focus. That's why I hate the autofocus because it always like messes this up. All right, perfect. Excellent. Outstanding. Fly. There we go. Now I can show you like there we go. So I have a nice one of these binders where I keep like all the fishy cards in. And this includes stuff that I might own for like Pioneer and whatnot too. But on the last page here, you will see that I have actually 3 different sets of islands. There we go. There is the Zendikar 236 ones that I use. There are the Devotion ones, and then I have a set of Crane ones. And I actually end up switching out of them. Every time that I end up reslaving the deck, I will just randomly pick one of them and then just choose which one I want to use for that week. Oh, God. Is it better? Yeah, you know what? Maybe it's better if I, like, hold it this way. Yeah, here we go. So, yeah, I have a set of 20 of each one of these ones, so... But I do like the blue ones here because they look really nice with the Masterpiece Aether Vial because the deep saturated blue works really well with the orange for that. But I still like the other 2 a lot too, and I will just randomly switch between them each time. Yes, everything in this binder is foil. My entire Merfolk toolkit is foil, so everything is in this binder. This one has all the creatures and lands in it. And then I also have this one, which has the instant sorceries and spell. So like here you can see like on the first page, like I still have the Okos from when we were playing with them before they got banned. And they're all pre-release ones, so like yeah, this page just has like a bunch of equipment for like Stoneforge Mystic on it. I'll have to do another stream at some point where I just like show off all the individual stuff that I have in here. I can set up the other camera because the other one is pointed down at the table so you can see this a lot easier, but it's not set up right now, so... the Ugins were for Pioneer because I was playing them in Mono Blue Devotion. It turns out that casting Granted at the end of your opponent's turn for Ugin and then wiping their board was an excellent way to defeat them. Yeah. So that way, you just use your Nykthos mana to make, bajillion mana for that, and you can see this. Yeah, I don't know why they don't really shine on here very well, but these are definitely foil lands. If I take them out here, do they like shine a little bit better? These are all foils, but yeah, I don't know why it's difficult to like get them to show on camera like this. But I have 20 of these foils, so. Joe, I hate to tell you this, but if you tick Vial up to 8 with the intention of putting Ugin into play, your opponent is probably going to call a judge because Planeswalkers can't come into play off of Aether Vial, so. Yeah, and maybe there's some point in the future where we're going to have, like, some dumb, like, blue card that, like, fits in the Merfolk deck. Like, imagine, like, a show and tell that, like, lets you put Planeswalkers into play or something. Like, that might be a combo we want to play in Merfolk that, like, then we'd want Ugin to play with it. You talk to the judge before the tournament and he's cool with it? So you're telling me we need Ulamog. I don't know if I would go that far. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna put my background back on here. Okay, how do I do this? No, I'm gonna disappear. All right. I don't even remember exactly how I had the settings for this. I should not have removed this because I should have known that it would be terrible to try to put it back. Oh my god. It's something like this. So it's close. What are the settings I had for this? I think like that. Like that. Okay, I think that's close enough. Oh, the color is terrible. I love experimenting with technology like this. So, yeah, this is just as fun for me as like everything else is. Oh wait, we're back in color. Okay, here we go. All right, there we go. It's mostly fine. Oh, you know, fuck. I bet I know what it is too. The Logitech camera. Okay, the white balance has not been changed, but apparently, if you have like if the by default you have to disable this because for whatever reason the Logitech cameras do not they do not like the chroma key whatsoever for setting this up. You have to keep this really low, and then this one goes up really high. Oh, no, this is about as good as I think it gets. Okay. All right, I might have to tweak the settings on this, but yeah, we're back. So it's yeah. Well, I think the problem is that the camera has an autofocus set up on it, and I thought that I had turned it off because yeah, it is really bad at doing its autofocus nonsense. Because I don't know, it's difficult, but yeah, you see, we're in the digital void once again. We're in the oasis. So, all right, let's go. We're gonna go and check out Fluffy Wolf. So everybody here, thank you again for being with me tonight. We'll be back next week. We'll play some more magical cards. Um, yeah. So let's go on our raid. So I'm sure that he's got something cool for us to check out. So everybody, I love that you were all here with me. It means the world. So let's go say hi to Fluffy.